Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing Unlimited once here again, and we're going to be talking about the fight between Erislandy, Lara, and Danny Garcia. He's in the middleweight. He's for the WBA heavy, middleweight championship of the world. What can we say? Um, No particular order will tell you the reason why Danny Garcia lost this fight. It's really sad to see him go that way. We do not know what is available for him. All through the fight, his father was asking him whether he was okay. He was okay. We'll call the fight and we'll call this fight. We say to you that Danny Garcia will lose this fight. Coming from where he came and the layoff is hard, we said first that fatigue will be a problem for him. It will be a factor in this fight against him. And timing and that, would also be a factor too. We said it before we came in. Go to our video that we made last on the same subject matter and you have a look at it and you see what we said about Garcia. He had no chance against Lara. Even though Lara at 41 is the oldest world champion in all divisions in the world now, he's still very active, he's a Cuban and he's a disciplined fighter. Over the years, he's been slick. We saw his fight with Canelo Alvarez. He was too close to call. Lara, why Danny Garcia chose him is what I don't know. I don't know his matchmakers. I don't know what they did. It was a mistake. Lara is dangerous. The punch, the straight left that he knocked him out will just hit the bull's eye. I don't know how he managed to select him and look down on him as if he's too old. You will take him out. And then again, Danny Garcia has never had any fight in the middleweight division. Coming to fight a champion straight out of the light middleweight division where he was and had some fights. Was successful with his fight with Jose Benavides. Well, having said that, I would say it was a wrong choice. And I don't know if Garcia is going to end his career. He's 34, he's not too old, and he's not been beaten up so badly, but he lost his fight to Porter, lost to Spence, and and they could move up to middleweight. I said it here. This will be too much. Lara was too much for him from beginning to end. Just used the jab, movement, jab until he saw that angle, sat on that angle and threw that punch, that straight left hand, and they rocked him and he couldn't continue. It was a TKO. His father had to stop the fight. He was being beaten by all corners, being terribly beaten, so there's no need to allow your son. If I was in the position, I would do the same thing. You need to pull them out before they get up. The boxing is a dangerous game. If you're not ready, don't go into the ring because anything can happen in there. Having said that, I said the pressure from Lara was just too much. And the layoff was an issue. Fatigue was the problem as well. Danny Garcia has been fighting for ages. We saw him with Amir Khan, the left hook. Nobody saw that left hook today. And then he was beaten squarely in all corners, and there was nothing for him left. And we're making this video, we're saying Danny, we wouldn't say it's finished. In boxing things happen. He might come back, you never know, with a bang and then win 2 matches and then you see him challenging for the title again. But his father, who is not been in his corner, is just recovering from a stroke, and he's looking at his boy being beaten up and down. What do you expect? You have to pull him out before more damage is done to him, because the game is dangerous, as we said. If you're not ready, don't come into the ring to fight. But what we saw in Danny Garcia was a timid Danny Garcia. We never see him like that. This is the first time he's been knocked down in his career. And when that punch came, that straight left from Lara, He fell. His legs turned into rubber, and he was trying to hold on, but he couldn't. And when he got up, what saved him actually would have been Lara would have knocked him out anyway. He would have knocked him out all the same. But what saved him was the bell. And then the father looked at it immediately and stopped the fight. He waved it off, which I think is sensible and correct. There's nothing one can say about that. From all indications, everybody have seen that age is just but numbers. It has nothing to do with your performance. A lot of people are saying Crawford is too old, he's 36, he's going to be 37 by September or thereabout. But, you can still do the job. You still, okay, if you're disciplined, look at Lara at 4-1, is the WBA middleweight champion of the world. It's not an easy thing to do. And he's defending them. The other day was Rafa, who he knocked out in round. There's so many. Lara is still solid. It's not about age. I said it here, I've said it several times. It's about the discipline and the training regime that you have before a fight. And your game plan in a fight. Because Lara came with a thorough game plan. And personally, I think the weight, that middleweight is too big for Danny Garcia. He started from the light welterweight, down to welterweight, down to light middleweight. That would have been better for him if he goes back to that weight level where he was successful. But this weight, I think, is too much for him. And it was a mistake by his matchmakers and by Garcia himself for making the fight. Because I said it here, said it in the same video. If you have a look at the video, you understand what I said. I said this fight is not gonna go well for Garcia because. But I had felt, honestly, to be honest with you, I felt it was gonna be a decision. But I said if the Latikas is setting, it was time for Lara to stop him, and they did. And that is what happened. The lactic acid stepped up with his arms. He couldn't move them well. His legs and everything, cramps and everything, you never know. And the straight left didn't seem to be dangerous or a heavy point because, he knocked him down. And Lara has done the same thing with Zarafa and some other boxers that since he became a champion. This is his fourth defense of the title, and all of them has been a knockout. So since he stopped the movement, the slick movement, he's probably stamped his foot on the floor, and his punches are heavier now. And it's surprising, to say the least, that Garcia gave up in that way. Garcia is a proud man. Well, he's been treating and he's been passing through mental health issues. Nobody knows whether all those things affected him in the fight, but at the end of the day, he lost the fight, and that is the main thing. And we said it before, fatigue and layoffs is going to be a problem, and that is exactly what happened. Have a look on our other video on the same subject matter, and you'll see what we said about it. Lara, we called it, and we called it right. For people who are betting guys, you need to come out to the channel and see what we're doing. And then, once you click, he enters, Do have a nice day and God bless. Do subscribe to this channel and make the channel grow. And then tell us what you feel about what we're saying and what we're doing. And then God be with you. Do have a nice day and God bless. Bye.